Marlon Mack was released by the Houston Texans on Tuesday. Matt, the Dameon Pierce hype train has been rolling full steam ahead here over the last month and a half, really, since training camp started. And it seems like it got to full throttle here with this news. Today, every time I look at Twitter, there's somebody on there screaming that Dameon Pierce is even more of a value now, either in a rookie draft or startup, or if you already have him on your roster in trade value. Seems to me that things might be getting out of control at this point.
Yeah, I saw multiple trades come across my timeline of people getting 2023 first round picks for him. Like if that comes across your timeline, you are absolutely smashing that. He's up to the 5th overall player over the last week in our MFL rookie ADP data. As the running back 3. That part I don't necessarily mind, but 5th overall above receivers like Pickens and Wilson and Burks and Williams and all of these guys that we have loved this entire offseason, and pushing him up above them seems like a bad move to me. And I think maybe these guys that are pushing Pierce up even higher are just kind of double counting. I just think that we already knew he was going to be the starter, whether or not Marlon Mack was there, and to use this as a reason, Mack's release as a reason to push him up even higher than we already have. Seems like a fallacy to me.
I mean, this is an example of a situation that we deal with basically every year in rookie drafts. It hasn't come up as much this year because we haven't looked at very many of these rookies as short-term options up until now with Pierce. But you're talking about maybe 1 year of production from Pierce, one good year versus what could be a long career for these wide receivers with so much upside. I mean, I just try to look ahead to next offseason and think about, Pierce's job security. The Texans have a ton of draft picks that they could add to that backfield. They could draft over Pierce. I mean, we saw the Jets do that just, despite Michael Carter's strong rookie season. So regardless of what we've seen this preseason from Pierce, it's certainly been good. I'm not ready to count on him as a guy who could be a starter for the next 3 years, and to take him 8th overall over some of those wide receivers. I'm not ready to do that.
Right. The redraft philosophy seems to be dipping its head into the sure. Dynasty players' minds right now. And we're all listening to podcasts. We listen to shows talking about really the freight train that is Dameon Pierce and his fantasy value. Most of that, I believe, guys, like Ryan alluded to there, that's all redraft driven, and it should remain on that side. He seems to be like I would feel way more comfortable towards the end of round 1, maybe even early round 2 in super flex drafts, investing in him. There was a time not that long ago, guys, that we were getting Dameon Pierce at the end of the 2nd round. In rookie drafts, especially in super flex drafts. So I'm a Pierce fan, was when he was in college or coming through the draft process. Just seems like it's going full steam ahead, and it's more expensive than what I would like to spend at this point. The sleeper stash of the week, we try to find a player outside our top 200 in ADP that we think should have a spot on a roster in every single league. In your 25-man league, Ryan, who's a guy that you think somebody could go get either by trade or maybe even on the waiver wire right now?
I ended up settling on Isaiah McKenzie, 223 overall in our rankings right now. He's the wide receiver 98. We've already seen him essentially win the job over Jamison Crowder to be that slot guy in Buffalo. Obviously, that's an offense we want a piece of. Yes, he's going to be behind Stephon Diggs, behind Gabe Davis in target share, likely behind Dawson Knox as well. So the 4th option there, but one of the best offenses in the league. And as evidenced here by his ranking, his ADP is kind of in line with that as well. He's going to be super cheap. And if your league hasn't had off-season waivers, or if it hasn't had some type of free agent draft or something like that, he may even still be out there on the waiver wire for you to scoop up.